This is the diagram of the element, the planar element that we have taken. I have named it A, B, C, D. So shear stresses are going to act like this due to this torque. Now let's try to draw the Mohr circle for this point, for this stress element. For this element, if we try to draw the Mohr circle, we will try to locate any 2 points on this graph, join those 2 points and then make a circle taking that joint line as the diameter. That is how we draw Mohr circle. So for the plane AB, I have drawn point P. The coordinates of point P are 0, tau. How? On the plane AB, there is no normal stress, so x coordinate is 0. And there is a shear stress which is trying to rotate the element in clockwise direction. So 0, plus tau is the coordinate which we will be using for the plane AB. Similarly, we have plotted point Q for the plane BC. Now, taking these 2 points and joining them using a straight line will give us the diameter of the Mohr circle. If this is the diameter, this is how the circle is going to look, right? This is equal, this is not looking equal, but actually this is equal, this and this. It is the center, right? Now, let's see the options. Option A says that a tensile stress will be generated at 45 degree to the axis of the shaft. This is the axis of the shaft. If we try to imagine the axis with respect to this stress element, then this is how the axis of shaft is going to pass. At an angle of 45 degree to the axis of the shaft means a plane which would be looking something like this, right? This is at an angle of 45 degree. To reach at this plane from plane AB, we have to move 45 degree in the clockwise direction. So in the Mohr circle, we have to move from point AB. Which point is representing AB? Point P. So from point P, we have to move 45 into 2, 90 degree in the clockwise direction. So we will reach at this point. Let's name it as R. Clearly, coordinates of R are some particular value of sigma and 0. So there is definitely a tensile stress acting at 45 degree to the axis of the shaft. So option A seems good. Let us see other options. Option B says that there are no tensile or compressive stresses. Clearly wrong. We can see tensile, compressive, both stresses are generated at some particular angles. So option B is clearly wrong. So option C says that maximum shear stress will be generated along the axis of the shaft. It is alright that along the axis of the shaft maximum shear stress tau is being generated, but there is also the same value of shear stress acting perpendicular to the axis of the shaft. So statement C is, though it is correct, but it is not completely correct one. So out of A and C, if you have to choose one, choose A. But since it is a question from 1980s GATE, and at that time there were some questions in which you have to choose multiple options. So if the question belongs to multiple correct options, that both A and C are correct. But if you have to choose one option out of these 2 options, then A is a better choice since C is partially incomplete. It's not a complete sentence. Okay.